You're sitting in a hotel conference room. Someone's on stage talking about how their student bought their first property in 30 days. There's energy in the room. People are taking notes, but nobody's talking about what came before those 30 days. What the student already knew, what they'd already practiced, what order they did things in. That's the piece most beginners never get. Real estate education sells you on the deal. It skips the path that makes the deal possible. So in this video, I'm going to give you the actual beginner path. Not a promise, not a shortcut, a sequence. If you're new to real estate, you've probably already felt this. You hear about rentals, then flips, then wholesaling, then creative financing, then tax liens, then short-term rentals. Every strategy sounds like it could work, so you start studying all of them. But the more you study, the less clear you feel. That's not a knowledge problem, it's a sequence problem. A pile of information tells you what exists. A path tells you what to do first, what to ignore for now, and what comes next. And that's what this video is. The goal of your first deal isn't to prove you're a genius. It's to become capable enough to recognize a real opportunity and spot a bad one. Your first deal shouldn't be powered by pressure from a coach. It shouldn't be powered by a seminar high. It should be powered by actual understanding. The people who get you there do the boring work before the exciting moment shows up. I'm the Insider, and I've built Seminar Insider to help new investors understand the business before they overpay for education that they don't need yet. This playlist covers the other side of that problem, not just avoiding bad education, but knowing what to actually learn in what order so you can move toward your first deal without rushing into something you don't understand. So let's get into it. Step 1. Pick one strategy and commit to it for 90 days. Not forever, just 90 days. This sounds simple, but most beginners skip it. 1 week they're studying rentals, the next week flips, then wholesaling. That creates the illusion of learning and prevents actual progress. For 90 days, pick one lane. Buy and hold, wholesaling, fix and flips, tax liens. Each has different risk and different market timings. Different timelines, different capital requirements. The point isn't to choose perfectly. The point is to stop scattering your focus. Step 2 is to learn the language, then learn the numbers. Before you can evaluate a deal, you need to understand what people are saying. If you're studying rentals, learn what cash flow, vacancy rate, reserves, debt service, and cash-on-cash return actually mean. Not just the definitions, how they connect to each other in real analysis. Then learn the 3 numbers every deal comes down to: value, cost, and margin. What is the property actually worth? What will it cost to buy, repair, hold, and sell? And what's left after the real cost? If you don't know those 3 numbers, you don't have a deal. You have a property. A cheap house isn't a deal. A motivated seller isn't a deal. A deal is when the numbers work for the specific exit strategy. Now, number 3, study one market until patterns start to appear. Real estate is local. Pick one market, one city, one county, one tight group of zip codes, and study it. Look at sold properties. Look at what renovated homes sell for. Look at what distressed homes sell for. Look at the rental rates, days on market. At first, everything looks random, but after you've looked at 50 or 100 properties, patterns start to appear. You start noticing when a price is off, when a repair estimate is wildly optimistic, which pockets have demand and which ones sit. That familiarity is hard to build from a video. You have to put in the reps. Step 4, analyze 20 practice deals before you try to force a real one. This is the most skipped step in beginner real estate. Pull 20 properties from the market you're studying. For each one, estimate what the property is worth, what the repairs needs are, what your total cost would be, and whether the margin makes sense for your exit strategy. Most of them won't be deals. That's the point. You're learning what a bad deal looks like. The goal isn't to convince yourself every property can work. It's to build the judgment to know when something actually might. That's the foundation. Focus. language, numbers, market familiarity, and practice before you ever chase a live deal. If you want help protecting yourself when real estate education starts pressuring you towards fast decisions, download the Seminar Survival Guide in the link below. But let's keep going. Step 5. Have real conversations with people in the business. You can't learn real estate only from content. Talk to investor-friendly agents, lenders, contractors, title companies, and other local investors. Not to ask them to hold your hand, but to understand how the business actually works in your market. Ask what areas investors are buying in. Ask what repair issues are common locally. Ask what makes deals fall apart. Ask what lenders are looking for right now. Those conversations will teach you things no online course can replicate. Now, step 6, build one deal source and work it constantly. Once you understand your strategy, your numbers, and your market, you need constant exposure to real opportunities. Pick one deal source: MLS through an agent, driving for dollars, networking with local wholesalers, direct mail. You need one. You don't need 10. You need one that will work consistently. The beginner who reviews deals every week builds judgment faster than the one who consumes content every week, but never looks at actual properties. Now, step 7, make offers when you understand the risk. Eventually, learning has to turn into action. Before you make an offer, you should know your maximum price and why, your exit strategy, your biggest risks, and what would it cause you to walk away. That's what separates a calculated offer from gambling. Your first few offers may not get accepted, and that's normal. The rejection is data. It tells you how your market analysis lines up with what the market will actually do. Now, step 8, use due diligence to protect yourself. Getting a property under contract isn't the finish line. It's the start of verification. Due diligence is where you confirm what you think you know: the condition, title, repair cost, value, financing, and the exit. If the deal gets worse during that process, you renegotiate or you walk away. And walking away from a bad deal is discipline. Good investors don't close every deal. They close the right ones. Now, here's the insider breakdown. Here's what they show you: the ending, the check, the closing photo, the before and after, the student who took action and made it happen. They show you the exciting part because that's what gets attention in sales coaching. What they leave out the path, the 90 days of focus, the 20 practice deals that went nowhere, the rejected offers, the market research that made a real deal recognizable when it finally showed up. They skip the part that actually made the deal possible because that part doesn't sell coaching. What you actually need to know is your first deal isn't created by one bold move. It's created by skills stacked in the right order: focus, language, numbers, market knowledge, practice analysis, real conversations, deal flow, and careful offers. Not glamorous, but it's what actually works. So if you want your first real estate deal, don't start by trying to learn everything at once. Pick one strategy. Learn the language, learn the 3 numbers, study one market until patterns appear. Analyze practice deals before live pressure arrives. Talk to real people in the business. Build one deal source. Make offers when you understand the risk and use due diligence to protect yourself. That's the path. Now, if you want help avoiding the pressure and confusion that comes with real estate education, download the free Seminar Survival Guide in the link below. And if you want a low-pressure way to build very real analysis skills, then check out the Vault. If you've missed the previous video, watch how investors build predictable deal flow systems in any market. That one covers how experienced investors stop waiting for random leads and start seeing opportunities consistently. And the next video in this playlist is what you actually need before making your first offer. Because once you understand the path, the question becomes whether you're actually ready to put something in writing. And that's where beginners need to slow down and be able to think clearly.